My email table app helps you create emails in an email table with information from a record. Once the system is set up, you call the app from a button field. The app merges the record with the template, where you can then preview and edit the email, and then click the button to create that email record in the email table. Notice that the message will be truncated unless you have a premium license. And then you will also need to have an automation to actually send the email, which is not part of the app itself, but that's very easy to set up with Airtable automations, or a third-party automation if you prefer. Now, this app does require an email table with several fields that you set up in the settings. So you set up the table. You will need to have a templates view that contains special template records. So the template records, they have mustache syntax where you include the field names in double curly braces and otherwise include the text of what you want. And then templates will have a status of template. And you will also need to have a filtered view that contains only those templates. Where status is template. That helps the app quickly identify which records are the templates. The app also includes support for JSON and attachment fields. The way those work is in your template, you include the name of the fields in the source record that have the attachments you want to include, and you include for JSON fields the names of fields that have JSON that you want to parse. The app settings also will include the specific template that you will use when you click the button, and the initial status for the newly created email record. Typically, you will use that status to trigger the automation that will actually send the email. You can also choose if you want to allow editing of the merged result or if you want to not allow editing. These settings are set at creator level, people, and editors can create the emails. And if you don't want editors to actually be able to edit the message, you can change that. And the app can also choose to try and automatically link the newly created email record with the source record. Finally, if you do not yet have an email table, so for example, if I do not have a table, you can go ahead and you can create one using the app. If there's no table set up, instead of using an existing table, you would choose to create the table. And it will create the table with all of the fields that it does need. And they will be preset on it. You will still have to create the template view yourself. And we'll typically do that where you want to filter where the status is template. This is because custom apps cannot yet create views. And then, of course, you will also need to actually create the templates themselves.